Welcome back to your broadcast for Concordia University of Texas. I'm Chet Licata, and of course, the man right there. This is the man now, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's make sure everybody understands. In fact, as of October 1st, this is the man, Matt Wallis, who is now the athletic director, full-time athletic director at Concordia.
First off, thanks for the vote of confidence back then. I know you're a big proponent, as you said, for what that was worth, to use your words. But the coaches really backed me. And as you say that they supported me, obviously I get chills a little bit. It's a group that I've worked alongside of the majority of them. This is year 13 for me, so been around a lot of them for many years, and they were extremely supportive back when I became the interim position in February. And then obviously, as you said, October 1 came into the full-time role. Coaches were supportive. That makes my job much easier. I think part of it is that mutual understanding that they know that I understand what they're going through as coaches, having
Right.
done it so long here. And so it's been an outstanding situation and transition, and just really blessed to be in this role right now.
This is one question I've always wanted to ask somebody who becomes the head coach or head, in your situation, athletic director after being the interim. How much power, range of responsibility, for lack of a better term, do you get when you're interim?
Right. Well, and I think it depends on the organization. And fortunately, here at Concordia, I was supported and really told, hey, you've got, a long runway, take off and do what you need to do, implement ideas if you have them. And that was really one of the first things out of their mouth when offered the interim position. So I feel like, hey, I'm just going to move forward as if I'm a full-time person and that this is my gig, moving forward. And again, I couldn't do that without the support of Dr. Christy Kirk, and then the coaches. And the coaches just ran right alongside me, allowed me to implement things and put in, install and instill ideas and things. And they were supportive throughout. And so from there, it was really seamless. I mean, we were able to go from February to October, and then October just continue on as if I'd been in that full-time role the whole time. And so again,
Right.
it comes down to the support of everybody here at the university too.
You mentioned Dr. Christy Kirk. We love her as well, no question. So, and as we talked about when we did the interview, when you took the interim, I mean, this is full-time transition. You go from Dr. Christian, who, for what it's worth, is a Cubs fan and still remains a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's hoping for Cody Bellinger or, Kyle Tucker on the team next year. But, it's, and of course we had Rhonda. We love Rhonda, but God knows she deserves a retirement. You get voted in 3 halls of fame. Okay. You've done your time. Okay.
Right.
So,
Right.
but it's a new administration all the way around, pretty much for the university.
It really is. And it's an exciting time, not to kind of beat a dead horse with that phrase, but it's exciting, I think, because you see there's new ideas being able to be implemented. There's new visions. And I feel that Christy Kirk and I are, really working side by side in this. We have biweekly meetings where I'm sharing ideas. Here's what's on the forefront or on the horizon. And we discuss and walk through all of those. And again, I feel really fortunate to be in this role and be supported by the administration. I've talked to many coaches over the years or administrators that don't feel that they have that support. And usually their time in those situations is really short-lived. They try to move on to find what I found here at Concordia.
Number one, first and foremost, we knew you, because we've been there 14 years at Concordia. This is the start of our 14th year. So, we know and truly love what you've done, with the women's basketball program since you've been there. And then, of course, number two, you and us now have a 2-year contract that we're working on intact. So if we didn't love you before, we love you now, man.
That's right. Well, and part of that agreement is really to provide consistency. We if we have a good partnership or we find somebody that's good for us, that's a mutual if you will, then we want to move forward with those individuals. And it's the same with Big Daddy Media. We feel like it serves us well. We can serve you all well. We're finding that that's just the way I operate. Once we find something good, we want to stick with it. And so that's what we're doing in a lot of different facets. And so we feel fortunate in many regards. We have relationships like that throughout our department. From BSN has been an outstanding resource for us and partner. we have different entities that come on and use our facilities throughout the summer and fall. And again, just finding good partners is important for us.
Well, I thank you for the kind words, and certainly wasn't fishing, but we love Concordia University. We'll do anything we need to do. I'm going to throw you a little curveball here, and just so folks know, we don't discuss what we're going to talk about. We just pop on and we have discussions. I was just thinking, as I'm watching, of course, I can see myself, and this pops up. This is the ring from 2019, and Tommy gave that to me. And
Right.
even though I was blessed to get the one from last year, this is the one I wear because Tommy gave it to me. How
Right.
much is Tommy still missed out there?
He's missed, and I think his presence is felt. We talk about it regularly, funny stories or something that maybe got under his skin and
No,
got
no
him
funny
fired.
stories with Tommy. Come on.
Funny stories and stories where he got aggravated about something and we laugh about it. It was really funny, and I've told Clint this, and I told Tommy this when he was still here. Um, about the first year, I really didn't talk to him much. He was kind of gruff and didn't say much. And so one day I went in after about the year mark and kind of poked fun at him, got a few jabs in on something, and he kind of looked at me a little cross and then just started chuckling. And from there, we were good friends. It was he liked someone that would give it back to him, and so and I don't mind doing that, and kind of poking the bear, so to speak. And from there, we had a really great relationship. I still speak with his daughter fairly regularly,
Brooke, love
different on
Brooke.
different things, and just an outstanding family, and love seeing them when they pop up for a game or a different event here on campus. It's always a joy to see them because it brings back obviously fond memories of Tommy as well. Outstanding individual, and what's really amazing to see is his competitive spirit still lives on within that program.
Yes.
And through Clint, through Coach Mokry, Caleb Rodriguez, the assistant coach, that trickle down effect, and they still are just as competitive and as fiery. And so it's a outstanding program, and I know he would be smiling down on that program still.
Yeah, it really, if you talk to Clint and Carlos and C-Rod, it's still Tommy's program. They're just running it now.
Right.
They're the ones in charge of it, and obviously looking forward to baseball. We will have an outfield camera for softball as well this year. I'm
Great.
thrilled about that because we were blessed to get to do the tournament, the SEAC tournament, step in at the last minute. And I work with Leland Freeman, who's become a fixture as producer, and we got the outfield camera, and boy, they loved it, and
That's
so we'll
great.
do that for softball this year as well. We've already got that planned out. So looking forward to the spring. Now, tell me what it's like to watch basketball instead of coaching basketball at the school.
It's a lot easier. Watching basketball is much easier than coaching it. I still have my
Oh,
basketball.
there you go. Okay. All
So
right.
what is it? You can't take the basketball coach out of the AD might be the new phrase, but no, it's really good. I'm just fully supporting these teams and able to watch, and for me, honestly, though, seeing their successes is just as great as getting a win as the coach. To be honest, but I do like being able to walk out of the gym after the game and not sweat, the scouting report for the next day, or I don't have to break down game film, but really enjoying this role and really just supporting our coaches.
And first time fans still mistake you for Stan, right?
Oh yeah, first time we still have. I've had students walk up and they'll call me Coach Bonowitz, and I know he gets it too. So we share those stories. It happens a lot. Uh, so
Not surprised. So when you got named, it was made official. You were the official AD, and again, thank God and everybody there that happened. Did you feel like any more responsibility? Did it like wow? Did it like punch in the face? Say, okay, man, you're the man. This is it. It's confirmed.
yeah, I don't think so. I think just it was a little bit of relief.
Hmm.
I would feel like I tell our coaches we're all our own worst critics, and we put the most pressure on ourselves. And so I think the same thing in the interim role. I'm putting pressure on myself to make sure that's going smoothly. And so then transitioning in October to the full time role, it really wasn't a change. It's just a change in title. You just drop that interim tag off.
Right.
But for me, I felt like I was doing the director role, the full time role throughout that interim phase.
It shows the consistency because I mean, this is tremendously seamless. To have you name full-time AD because it's like, okay, everything continues as it's been.
Yeah, and I think across the board for us is that, as a head coach and associate athletic director in my previous role, I was working with the coaches regularly and talking with them and having conversations about things that we could do or areas we can improve on, whatever it is. And so then now moving into this role, we just took those ideas or those discussions and are starting to implement them as we can. And so it really has been seamless.
Any final thoughts about your new position and everything you're doing and we
Really
talked about?
excited about where our programs are right now. Obviously, well, not obviously, but people may not know men's basketball is currently 6-0, riding a hot streak there. Women's basketball had a really good win over Mary Hardin Baylor. They lost in overtime recently to a top 25 team. 2 games later, so they're very competitive. And then obviously, coming up soon, we'll have our spring sports starting up: baseball, softball, track and field, golf, and tennis. All of them getting going. And so just excited to see their progress and just know the coaches have put in a lot of time behind the scenes as they get ready for their seasons. This will be the first time I've had a true Christmas break. I've been involved in college athletics, either as an
That's
athlete
right.
or
No basketball tournament or something to be at, right?
I don't have to recruit. I don't have to do a scouting report. I don't have to get ready. So, I'm not going to know what to do with nearly 2 weeks off. And so it's gonna be great. But again,
You should have been doing this years ago, right?
exactly, yeah. Yeah. So happy about that, and happy to spend a little bit more time with my family around the holidays. That's time that you give up as a coach.
Well, again, thrilled to have you, all kidding aside, thrilled to have you in that post. Look forward to working with you, doing what we can do to help, the overall effort at Concordia. And yeah, enjoy your Christmas break, man.
Yeah,
You actually have one.
it's got a nice ring to it. Well, thank you for your support and what all you and your company have done has also uplifted our programs and put us at the next level. So we're excited to continue on.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, thank you.